So what I've got here is a metal bar, 12 by 12 by 40 millimeters long. Drilled a hole in, tapped it out to 8.8 millimeters by 1 millimeter pitch. That's 1 millimeter pitch on this thread. On this part, plastic coupling part, I've going to call it coupling because it couples onto the shredding mechanism I'm working on. Put a hole in, ready to put a pin in if this works. I'm not going to drill a hole and put a pin in unless it does work. Look around at that. So that shape there couples onto the head of the big bolt I have for the shredder. Just in case you haven't looked at any of the other videos relating to this. So this is a car windscreen wiper motor. There's the details. And these have quite a lot of torque, what is known as torque, like turning force, because inside this big circular part here is a worm gear. I mean, it's quite a biggish motor, you know, it's not tiny, it's not, you know, like industrial size, but it's a biggish motor, and by the time it gets through this worm it's got an awful lot of torque, an awful lot of turning force on it. And this, I'm hoping this bar will spread the load, and when screwing down onto this washer I put on here, which I had to use a tapered V-met to get it to fit. I kept on cutting a bit off, seeing how well it fitted, until it just fitted on the splines. This has tapered splines on this shaft, and then this 8 by 1 millimeter pitch thread. Okay, so there's a plug. I'll show you the wiring. I presume this is like just for shock absorbing type thing, to hook it onto something. That's a bit of a look round. 2 speeds generally these have. This one, the I know for a fact the carbon bush inside is broken, the low speed I think it is. So I've only got 1 speed on this one. I don't know if it's any more torque if you have low speed on these motors, to be honest with you. It does change the coil that the power's going into when you change the speed, so to speak. Right, let's get this bolted on the shredder unit. Well, here it is all. I've wired it up. I've wired these up to send in reverse. All you have to do is swap the wires over to go the other way. Watch out if you're using wiper motors, because I know I've heard that some have a cam mechanism inside for what is known as continuing on to the park position, but that cam could get stuck if you go in reverse. But quite often this is just almost like flat plates and contacts. So I've got it, if you see my other videos on this washing up bowl, which is empty. I'm going to try this bit of plastic, which is this thinnish part on here. I was just doing some experimentation with some glue. Right, so I've got a choice of which end I do. I'm going to do the thin part first, which you'll see these have been hacked up before by this shredder. And then I'll try this thicker side. So thin part first, it should cut that. Let's turn it on. Now this wobbles a bit because it's not totally in line, but I think it'll be okay. I'll move the camera a bit closer to the cutting blades. Most of the noise you can hear at the moment is from the PSU. I've just got this 12 volt PSU inside this box here. That's most of the noise. It's a fan in there. Just zoom out a bit so you can see this. See how that's moving. You can hear that's a bit out of line. So this is all prototyping in a way. Let's try and get it on there, because as I say, this washer would turn on the shaft, but this would stay still. So here goes. No. Oh, that did turn on the shaft, but I think I might be tightening up that bar. Have a look at that. So you know what it looks like. It did stick there. See what that's cutting that. As I say, it's chewed up that quite a bit, and we're getting down to the wider bit. I'm having to press down on this, so I'm not just using gravity, which is obviously what I would like to use as a bigger hopper. So now let's try this thicker part. I think I'll try that section here, which is, as you see, it's got this infill there. And that is turning. How is that turning? How is that washer turning? And this not turning? Let it go a bit. But with that bar, it should be certainly solid. Let's get that out if I can. Oh. I'll dismantle this and we'll have a look. Don't tell me that. Actually, I've just gone to unscrew it and it turns very easy. Well, not very easy, but a lot easier than one would have thought. Don't tell me it's chewed the threads up of that. What's stainless steel? Well, on this side. Unscrewing. I think it's just turning, which indicates that yes, just a second, make sure. No, the bar doesn't seem to be moving forward and this doesn't seem to be coming off, so it's like suggesting that the threads are chewed up. I can't see the threads getting chewed up in the stainless steel. It's pretty, you know, pretty hard metal stainless steel. Well, this is the stainless steel bar I'm using 12 by 12 by 40, and yes, the threads in here, I don't know if you can see them, they're chewed up. There's good threads on that side, which the bolt part of this wiper motor does not touch. So what? It's chewed up stainless steel. And there's good threads. There's the chewed up threads, if I can get the light in there. Just make out. Right, I've loosened off the main balls, and when I was loosening this off I found this is very loose. Very loose indeed. And look, I can almost slide this out, and this piece is almost shaft here. It's coming out actually, that's, oh, because I've still got the bolt sticking in the slot there. Take that out. The bolt sticking in the other slot. Take those two bolts out there, because the bolts were sticking in through these slots here. Pull it, oh, it's actually snapped. I see. So it snapped the end of that bolt there. Obviously drilling that hole through has weakened it enough to do that. You see that? So that should have a bit more of a bolt on there. And there's a splined, like tapered spline shaft, but the plastic won't grip on that. The teeth are too small in a way, it just chews that up. So that's why it's come loose. I don't know what to do now. That piece of shaft is still inside this metal bar here, stainless steel, and I assume the bolt is going into that okay. Don't think that's caused an issue, except that, as I said, drilling a hole through this shaft has really weakened it enough so that when it's come under that pressure it snapped. I'm going to have to seriously think about what I want to do with this. I'm thinking about getting another motor. It's about £40 for the motor and speed controller for a bike, an e-bike. Electric bike, however you want to pronounce it. And that should be really powerful, because this is just prototyping in a way. There's only one blade on here, and obviously you would rather have quite a few more blades and a blade counter rotating, which is classic shredder style counter rotating blades. So I'll just finish off and show you that. So it's got enough power, well, to snap that when it's had that hole drilled in. You might see the threads in the hole there. I'm going to have a think about what I want to do with this. So just in case I haven't given you the details of this windscreen wiper motor, I keep thinking about shredder motors. Mazda RX-8 2002-2007 front windscreen wiper motor.